आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss one question of coordinate geometry. Here we are given a question in which we need to find the image of the point P. The point P is given to us as cos theta comma sin theta, and we need to find the image of this point along this line having the slope tan alpha by 2, and the line passes through the origin. So we need to prove that the image of this point P comes out to this point Q, that is cos of alpha minus theta comma sin of alpha minus theta. So let us first visualize this question by using a diagram. So here we first draw the Cartesian plane. So here is our Cartesian plane. Now let us name the axis and the origin. So this is our x-axis, this is our origin O, and this is our y-axis. Now we are also given a point P on this Cartesian plane. So let us say this is the point P with the coordinates cos theta comma sin theta. Now we are also given a line whose slope is tan alpha by 2. So let us draw a line whose slope is tan alpha by 2. Suppose this is a line whose slope is tan alpha by 2, and let us say this line is OR. This line is OR, and we also have a point Q, that is the image of the point P here. So if we join the point P with the origin, then we get the line OP like this. Similarly, if we join the point Q with the origin O, we get the line OQ like this. Now by using the distance formula, if we calculate the distance OP, then we get OP is equals to under root of cos square theta plus sin square theta, which on further solving comes out to be 1, because cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. This is the identity. So we have computed the length OP as 1. So this length OP is of 1 units. Now since point Q is the image of this point P, so we can say that the OP length would be equal to OQ length by using the principle of reflection. So this length OQ would also be 1. Now we have concluded that OP is equals to OQ is equals to 1 by using the principle of reflection. Now since we are also given the slope of the line OR, that is tan alpha by 2, so this angle would be basically alpha by 2. Now if we apply tangent of the angle POX, then we get from the figure tangent of angle POX would be basically the y coordinate of the point P divided by the x coordinate of point P, that is sin theta by cos theta, that is tan theta. So from this equation we can conclude that this angle POX would be equals to this angle theta. So we concluded that angle POX is equals to theta, that is this angle POX. This angle POX we have computed as theta. Now this complete angle POX is theta, and this angle ROX is alpha by 2. So we can find this angle by subtracting alpha by 2 from this complete angle. So this angle POR would be basically the complete angle POX minus the angle ROX, and this comes out to be theta minus alpha by 2. So this angle we have computed as theta minus alpha by 2. Now since this angle POR is theta minus alpha by 2, so this angle ROQ would also be theta minus alpha by 2. Why? Because angle POR would be equals to angle ROQ by using the principle of reflection. Because Q is the image of the point P along this line OR. So these two angles would be equal. Now since we know this angle theta minus alpha by 2 and we know this angle, complete angle alpha by 2, so we can compute the angle QOX, that is this angle. So now we compute this angle. So this angle QOX would come out to be the complete angle ROX, minus this angle ROQ. And on further solving we get the angle QOX as alpha by 2 minus theta minus alpha by 2, that is alpha minus theta. So the angle QOX is alpha minus theta. So this angle QOX is now alpha minus theta. Now since we know the length of the line OQ is 1 and we also know the angle QOX, that is alpha minus theta, which we have just computed. So now we can find these two lengths, this length and this length. So if we name this point as A, then in the triangle OAQ, we can find this length as OQ cos alpha minus theta, OQ into cos of alpha minus theta. So OQ is basically 1. So this length is basically 1 into cos of alpha minus theta, that is cos of alpha minus theta. Similarly, we can compute this length as OQ sine of alpha minus theta, and if OQ is 1, so this length comes out to be sine of alpha minus theta. So the coordinates of this point Q from this length and this length is cos of alpha minus theta, comma sine of alpha minus theta. This is our solution. This is the coordinates of the point Q. That is the image of this point P. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।